Hi everybody! I think everybody has already seen my posts on Instagram, but in case you haven't, this is my first stream back in at least 6 months. It's been a while, so please be patient, but we will be playing Animal Crossing and destroying things on my island. And then, very excitingly, at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I have a little bucket and I have paper. You guys, that's Cookie. She's my best friend. It's what you needed. Me too. A nice chill stream with Animal Crossing and friends and a whole lot of destruction. Alright, so I figured I would start with a little tour of what I currently have going on my island. It is mid-destruction. My island is mid-destruction, so we're gonna go over what it kind of used to look like and important bits that we're keeping. The first important element that I have found for my Animal Crossing playing is on every corner of the island I have a storage shed, and that's because I'm lazy and I don't like to run back to where my storage is. My house is currently on the northeast corner. I don't think I'm gonna keep it there. It's very inconvenient. I think I'm gonna put it closer to the city plaza. We'll get there. Nice little beach here. I used to have a ramen shop back here, and I might set up a ramen shop again. There's a little CPR mannequin, and I put a dead body on the beach. He'll be back, don't worry. Ooh, bottle. What did I get? Congrats on finding my treasure. All right, wooden full-length mirror. I'm pretty sure I already have this. Yep, and I throw it back into the sea. So I moved villager houses off to the beaches so that I could like terraform the actual center of the island. And I have my orchard going on because if you haven't played Animal Crossing, the only way to get all of the fruits is from other people. And that's another reason why I'm not just completely resetting my island. I'm like, I already have all the fruits. I already have a lot of the DIYs. I don't want to have to hunt for them again. And I have a complete fossil collection. I am proud of that. Potato! I'm busy. I'm sorry. Not my problem. Stop it. Run away. Currently, I have my campsite here. I used to have like a little wooden area forest set up back here, and I have the quickest way to make a whole bunch of money is to just grow a bunch of fruit. And so at one point my island was pretty much half produce. Mostly pumpkins. And yes, that did take a very long time to water and then harvest, but you get rich very quickly that way if you just want to cover your whole island in produce. This is my rock garden. There is a way to force the rocks to appear where you want them, but when I first started my island, I think 2, if not 3 of the rocks were already here together, and I was like, that is very convenient. And then I broke another one and it appeared with the others, and it just kept happening. And so I'm just like, that is fantastic luck. I guess this is my rock garden now. Somebody lost their journal. That's not my problem. I used to have a little beach setup area here. This is where my Southwest DIY storage and dresser are. And this is my flower beach. I didn't want to get rid of my flowers because I have a bunch of different colors and varieties, but I also wanted to be able to like dig and terraform and everything without the flowers getting in my way. And they were here on this corner of the like actual grass, but then you can't run through them. If you run through them, the flowers get destroyed. So I was like, nah. This is the city plaza up here, so obviously guest services building. And then up here, this is Cookie's house. Cookie's my best friend. And then I love this bubble machine. This bubble machine is one of my favorite items. Oh dang, it thinks it's 10:30. Why does it think it's 10:30 on? Oh, okay, it didn't take it. I forgot to actually like close out of Animal Crossing, so it still thinks it's January 9th, 10:30. So I guess that's what time it is. We can't go in the shops. Ooh, a little snowman. Oh yeah, I have the late hours. I can go in. I want to make little needle felted little raccoon guys. Are they raccoons or are they tanuki? A shower. How much is the shower? Oh, that's a very expensive shower. Snowman! And then up here's my museum. At some point I moved the ramen shop over here, and that was really cute. And then I also had like a little cafe alongside it. like a little bakery cafe, and then this was my garden. I got rid of it so far so that I can make that area bigger because the garden was very small and it only had room for one butterfly statue. And if you know me, that's not enough butterfly statues. And then over here I have a little bus stop area. I like how that came out. It's pretty cool. This was like a little fairy grotto situation with all of the mushroom DIYs, but it was very inconvenient. And so I was like, okay, no, we're not gonna do that. I do need to put stairs over on that side. I'm thinking I might move my house to over here so that it's nice and convenient. It's right by the shops because I visit them every day. So I'm thinking of that. Blasphemy to only have one butterfly statue. Exactly. You need at least 12. And then I have this little alleyway here that I'm hoping to move the like fairy stuff to be in this little hallway situation. This is my neighborhood. I do kind of like it. I don't know if I like where it is though. So I have a neighborhood lot, and then I had a playground here, but I'm gonna transform it because this was the cute little like community garden area, but it was blocking the playground, so you couldn't really see it or get to it or play with it. Ooh, maybe this front area will be like the farmer's market. That might be nice. So I have one lot that's like the beach cool area because it's right by the beach. And then I have, this one is a normal house. Whose house is this again? Lolly's house. Lolly's very normal. And so she has a very normal front yard. And then my masterpiece, we have Lucky's house. And if you don't know who Lucky is, let's go in. It's Lucky. He's a doggy. And look at me. 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 Okay, fine. His eye glows. And he's got a graveyard going on inside. And if you look him up, apparently it's like up in the air if he's technically alive or dead, if he is a mummy dog that has come back to life, or if he's just for some reason horribly bandaged. Unclear. And I think that really just adds to his charm. But I like his glowing eye. I think it's really cute. And I love glow in the dark things. And I love Halloween. And at first I was going for a Halloween island. And so Lucky was my number one. And then this was going to be my island area. I was going to have a bunch of water over here, and I had transformed it where it was just all waterfalls and stuff. And it turns out that's really loud and overstimulating, and I don't like it. And so I destroyed all of it. And it was such a relief when I finally filled the last waterfall, and it was just peace. It was peace and quiet. I could finally hear again. All right, so that is what my island is doing right now. This waterfall has not been destroyed because somebody was fishing in it last time, and we can finally destroy it. Whee! So this is Marina. She's a cute little octopus. And she's wearing a cute little pastel rainbow sweatshirt. It's adorable. Unfortunately, I really love the character designs for all the normal type villagers, and so I don't have a vast variety on my island. Peace and quiet. Okay, I know I want to get rid of this garden, so we're gonna dig up a lot of stuff. How's everybody's week been? Everybody doing okay? Hanging in there? It's been super cold here, and my heater cannot keep up. It was in my apartment. It was 61 degrees when I woke up this morning. And I know that a lot of people vary on what temperature they enjoy the indoors at, but 61, I think we can all agree, is a bit too cold. I have been trapped for the longest time. I finally freed my car. The parking lot where I live got super snowy and icy, and then it just wasn't plowed. So the parts where people would actually drive the car got sort of worn down and there wasn't snow and ice there. But to pull a car in and out, there was still like a bump, like a speed bump of ice behind my car and on either side of it. And so I was just stuck for like a week and a half until I got so fed up with it and finally just spent about, it felt like 15 minutes, but it was probably a lot less, driving back and forth and back and forth, and then eventually like slowly rotating my car until it could kind of drive over, because the one behind me was the big one and the ones next to me were at least smaller. And so I was finally able to get over the ones next to me because the cars next to me were gone when I was trying this. And I was, but it's fine. It's okay. We got ourselves unstuck. All of it. Take it. Take my pumpkins. Sold. At one point, my island was so full of pumpkins that even if I didn't water them, even if it was just the one pumpkin instead of the full 3 that you can get per harvest, I got $500,000 one round of pumpkins. And it did take a very long time to clear them up. Cookie? Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Hey, Cookie, can you stop looking at the shower? I want to give you a potato. Hello? We'll give her a minute. So sometimes I want the little garlands that hang in the store here. Like right now is the snowflake garlands. I love the Halloween ones. I want to make my own little Halloween ones. Cookie? Hello? Okay, she's busy. That rock had a child. What would you do if your neighbor just had this in their front yard? You like go off, I guess. Like for some reason it's unhinged that it's in the front yard to me. Like backyard, fine. Do what you want in your own backyard. The front yard is where I'm like, it's a little weird. No! I guess I'll get another shot. Cookies free. Cookies free. This is for you. For you? Yeah, I got you a potato. Do you want a potato? She's so happy. Look at her. That's the happiest little puppy in the world. She's really happy to get a potato. I would be happy to get a potato too. You're welcome. That's so kind. It's the Get Out music. I kind of wish that this was a tradition in America. It has been explained to me that this is a thing in Japan, that when the shops are about to close, they play the Get Out music. I'm going to gather these and then I'm going to time travel to when I can keep selling the plants and actually get rid of them and get money for them. I realize that I am a full-grown adult and that this should not blow my mind the way that it does. But for some reason, things like butterflies transforming or like actual fruit and vegetables growing in the ground just feels magical to me somehow. Like, it doesn't feel real. It's like, what do you mean you can just grow a carrot? What do you mean that just comes out of the dirt? And it's not because I've been separated from it. I have always been around people who like garden and grow things. Just my brain refuses to register that as reality. It's like, clearly that's magical. So I used to be very afraid of bugs, like well on my way to developing like a genuine phobia of bugs. I was not. Me and bugs were not besties. And then I found a channel that was an animal sanctuary, and she talks about bugs a lot, and she really likes bugs, and she thinks bugs are cool. And she's not an entomologist, but she has also recently developed a love of bugs and would like to pass that on to other people, especially because bugs are so important. And I think that that's a big part of it, but that's not going to convince people who hate bugs to suddenly love bugs. And so for me, the deal, the thing that really made a huge difference to me, the thing that made a really big difference to me was A, seeing her handle bugs, and they're chill if you're chill. And B, she talks about how much like, bugs are everywhere. And we do need bugs, and they do need to be everywhere. And so if you are afraid of them, then you're going to be afraid all the time, because they are everywhere and you will be interacting with them all the time. But if you can make peace with them, you don't have to love them, you don't have to like them, but if you can make peace with them and say, okay, we'll coexist, and have that deal with the spider in your bathroom of like, as long as you stay in the corner and you don't move, you can stay there. Like, as long as you can coexist with them peacefully, that's going to help your mental health so much. And I agree, and that has been very helpful. And seeing her handle the bugs has been very, very helpful as well to helping. Like, they don't skitter. Like, if you're not chasing them, if the light doesn't change suddenly, if you're not disturbing them in some way, they're pretty chill. And so, yeah. Depends on the bug for you. That's fair. That is completely fair. Are there any, like, absolutely no, never, not that bug for you? Any bug except horseflies? That's pretty fair. They're very aggressive. Wasps. Click beetles. I think I know what you're talking about, but I haven't interacted with them in person. June bugs. Interesting. Anything that can bite or sting me. I didn't know June bugs could bite. Not too bad about insects usually. It's spiders you need to learn to coexisting with. Yeah, spiders do be inside. For me, the thing with spiders that helped learning was actually not like, oh, they're good bugs, they eat other bugs, all that kind of stuff. It was that if you blow on them, they walk the other way. So if you just blow on it, he'll go the other way and it's fine. You can be like, hey buddy, I don't want you in here, and you can just blow on him. Alright, it is now 7:04. I am going to finally shake up my names. And if other people show up later, then maybe we can do another drawing. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see who it is. I'm mixing it up real good. Yeah. Okay. And it is Pius. Pius, you have won the giveaway. Yay! Woo! And everybody else, don't worry, I'm going to be doing more giveaways this week because, and I'm a bad content creator. The whole reason I'm doing a giveaway is because this week is all about celebrating me actually having returned to semi capacity. So I have all of my equipment back, I have my stock back, I have the ability to fulfill Etsy orders again, and so my shop is back, and I have my Twitch back, and so I am able to actually return and be here. And so it is a Besties We're Back sale, to celebrate that and to celebrate you guys and to say thank you for all of your support and kindness, and just feel the love all around. And so to do that, to also include people who aren't able to, because I myself am saving money, and most people that I've heard from are like yeah, they want to support, but they don't have a huge budget to be able to do that. And so that's where I was like, I want to be able to do something that's accessible to anybody, even if they're not able to shop and to show up that way. How do I give back to them, and how do I celebrate them? And so that's why we're going to be doing giveaways as well throughout the week. I still don't know what that exactly looks like. We're both going to be finding out together. But as soon as I know, you'll know. And so today, that is today, is today's giveaway. Pious, congratulations. Genuinely thank you all for being here, because it is a lovely thing to be able to have internet friends who show up and to hang out and to say, hey, I care about you, I want to spend time with you, and this is fun, and this is a point of joy that we get to grow and that we get to celebrate together. Not to get too sappy and cheesy about it. And one of these days, I will finally be rid of the mass amount of crops that I've been growing on this island. Will it be today? Let's find out. Okay. So, I don't know if this is a hot take or if this is a popular opinion. Popular or unpopular opinion. This character design. She's very cute. I love almost everything about her. Except, as you can see, the snot dripping out of her nose. Yay! Hello and welcome in, Sloothy. Hello and welcome. She has snot dripping out of her nose. Just permanently. Who made that choice? I'm not mad, I just want to talk. Who made that choice? Why? She is a poor, sickly little pig. She doesn't act poor and sickly. Character from Wind Waker. There's a boy with a... no. I would not be able... No, thank you. No, thank you. Keep him away from me. And he chases you! No! No! My mother had absolutely no tolerance for like snifflies or boogies or anything like that. She would always be like, there's a tissue right there. Use it. That's a big boy. And you get it. That's a big boy. Gimme it. Hell yeah. Tiger butterfly. Woo! Well, my pockets are full and I, swap it. Oh, I can drop my carrots. Swap. Because my carrots won't fly away. Alright, we'll go bug hunting after this, because I want to go bug hunting. Bugs. Yeah, the one bug that I'm just like, I can't. Aside from, okay, so, a couple bugs that I can't, is mosquitoes. Like, I get that most mosquitoes are not the mosquitoes that bite. I am talking about the mosquitoes that bite. I'm okay without them. Because I am mosquito candy and I am allergic to mosquitoes. And so recently I went to Disney World, and unfortunately on the very first night I was there, I was sitting at, like, I was waiting at the steakhouse in Canada, and I was sat on a bench next to their garden. And I don't know why this was the one spot in all of Disney World that had too many mosquitoes. not just had mosquitoes, too many of them. And I was sitting there for like 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, I got bit 17 times. That's too many times. And so then the entire trip, I was just completely red and itchy, and it was a lot. And then I got a blister on the bottom of my foot. Not the back of my foot. On the bottom of my foot. Like where my heel actually hit the ground. I didn't even know that was possible. And if I did, I would have made different choices. But now I know. Opposite end of that spectrum, you've been to know. Oh, yep. I mean, but as a mom, at least, you're just like, yeah, that's being a mom. Did I totally restart my island? No, I did not. Let me scroll up and see who said that. I am just picking up everything and terraforming everything because I want to keep my fossils and keep my DIYs and keep my fruits and everything. I don't want to have to rebuild everything. So no, I'm just deleting everything. Youngest brother once told us that he would put boogers in his hair. At least he was 3. Takes talent. Help me choose which brand popcorn to try tonight. Ooh, Pop Secret, Meyer, or Act 2. I would go with Meyer because I haven't tried that one. I've tried Pop Secret in Act 2. I would go with Meyer. I'm curious. And do you put seasonings on it? Because I put seasonings on mine. If yes, what kind? Meyer brand it is. Woo! At some point, I'll get it up and running. But I have a popcorn machine here, like an actual kettle, spinny, like movie theater style popcorn machine. I'm curious if there's a way I could get it in the background so that I can make popcorn on stream, because that would be fun. Tonight, plain, in search of the most buttery extra butter microwave popcorn. Ooh, that sound. You will have to let us know the results on that scientific experiment, because I am deeply curious. Thank you for your service to the people. Yeah, that's fine. Now, have you just started this popcorn quest, or has it been going on for a while? Because if it's been going on for a while, I want to know what is the current first up. Yeah. Just finished Super Bowl snack prep. Woo! I always forget when the Super Bowl is, and then somebody's finally like, oh yeah, it's this weekend. And I'm like, wouldn't have known. Tonight is the first night. Ooh. Then you're in for an exciting time of experimental popcorn. Can't remember what brand your grandma bought. It was so buttery. Oh, I wonder if it's changed. Hopefully it has not changed. Oh yeah, we're going bug hunting. Bugs. What kind of bug are you?
Violin beetle. Butterfly. I missed him. Hey.
We gotta get all the butterflies, and we gotta get enough of all the butterflies to make butterfly statues. I think I already have the white butterfly. I'm pretty sure I already have the white butterfly. Or at least an equivalent. Yeah, that's fair.
What does Teddy think of streaming?
For anyone who doesn't know, Teddy is my bunny. Teddy is just happy that he has a front yard now. Let me get out of the jungle music here. Let me see if I can take you guys on a field trip. You won't be able to hear me, so just imagine what I'm saying as I'm gesturing. Or maybe you can hear me from afar, but I won't be able to hear if you can hear me, so you'll have to let me know after. Okay, he might have gotten into my bedroom when that was open. Hang on, because I gotta go look for the rabbit. I found him. He's under my dresser. I'm gonna try and get him back out. I'm only gonna give it a minute, though. He really likes being in there. Who knew I was walking into a car? Nobody said anything. Now he's gonna have the zoomies. We found him and we got him out of the bedroom. So before I put my headphones back on, I finally got him. Make everyone dizzy as I'm doing this. That's my desk. I finally got him like an actual X pen, the like fence thing that you can see underneath the orange blanket. I finally got him like a dog X pen, so that he can have an actual reinforced thing that is his permanent home. And then I'm gonna be scooting away from the mic, so you're just gonna have to go with the visuals. So he's got a front yard that when I open his house door, he can run into the little front yard. Maggie, welcome in. Hello, hello. Can't hang right now. That's completely fine. Trying to get the government to give me any tax money. Oof. Oof. I've never had an easy tax year. I don't know what kind of situation you're in, and that's your business. I have never had an easy tax year because I've always either had multiple jobs. I've done freelance jobs, so 1099s where like you are not, like your taxes are not withheld in those jobs, so you have to account for that. And come tax filing seasons, instead of getting a return, you just have to pay. And even when I did have a nice cushy full-time job that paid very decently, what have I done? What have I done here? What have I done? Even when I did have a nice job, I still had freelance, and so I still owed. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just doomed to that forever. I'll figure out my wires later. That's a future me problem. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for stopping by. And I shall still have more giveaways, so don't worry. Yeah, no fun. No fun at all. Everybody remember to drink water. And I had to remind myself this earlier today, and that's why I was almost late to stream. I was like just barely on time, kind of a minute or two late, because I had to take a shower. It had been several days since I showered, and I had to remind myself, hey, you'll feel better after you shower. Go shower. So if anyone needs a reminder, drink water, eat food, take showers. You will feel better. Viewer vote. Do we keep hunting for bugs, or do we destroy things? What are we in the mood for? Trying to drink while sick? Yeah. Trying to convince yourself to take a bath? Yeah. Sadly, you have to head out. That's okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by and for hanging out. I am glad that you got to come. It was very nice having you. Thank you for coming. And I hope you have a lovely night. Destruction! Okay. Destruction it is. First thing that's gots to go. We're gonna devastate the ecosystem and cut down all the palm trees. There's simply too many. And while I do prefer palm trees versus regular trees, because they give you just the same amount of wood, but they don't have wasps in them. Animal Crossing decided, oh hey, you know what would be a really fun game mechanic? Let's make you get stung in the face by wasps. And they don't just have one wasp nest per day. No, you have like 5. Tell me why. I have to go get another axe in case anyone's like, oh, what's she doing? So when I very first played Animal Crossing, I was dead set on just getting the most resources you could possibly get as quickly as you could get them. And so I would get all of the wood from my trees every day, and then I would go and I called it devastating the ecosystem of the islands that you can travel to. I would cut down every single one of their trees and break all of their rocks. I would devastate their ecosystem and pick up everything you possibly could carry, and then go back home and drop it all off and then do it again. Professor Hotchkiss, hello! Ahoy hoy! Not able to stay long. That's completely okay. Thank you for stopping by, even for just a minute. What is my island name? I think it's Tuber. I was not creative with it, and I wish that I had a better name, but alas, you cannot change it. Love my streaming overlay. Thank you. It was one that I got off Etsy, but I want to make one that's similar, but like my style, but still pastel clouds. Because I really like the pastel clouds, dreamy, celestial kind of look. But it would also be cool to be like, thanks, I made it myself. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not interested in your goods and services.
Who here had an electric piano as a kid? I was not good at it, but only because I did not want to practice. My piano teacher was very mean, and I didn't like her. And so I didn't want to go to piano class, and I certainly didn't want to practice to then go deal with her in class. Teachers make a difference, everybody. Usually you say that with a good context. Did anyone have good piano teachers though? Did anyone have like a really inspiring music teacher? First kind of piano you had. Woo! Do you have kids? I don't know how old they are, but are they old enough to do they have an electric piano as a child? Make those words make sense. Alright, we've devastated the ecosystem. Now it's time to harvest its resources. Hope to get some instruments for you someday. What about those wooden frog things? I don't know why I like them so much. I just do. I like the little wooden frog things. Both of your piano teachers were amazing. Each one is what you needed at the time. Good. Train whistles. You have that. Ooh. Wait, do you have the train whistles or do you have the wooden frog things? Both? Both? You have train whistles and the wooden frog things? You're all set over there. It's moments like these where I'm reminded I am a full-grown adult, and if I want my own train whistle and wooden frog thing, I can make that happen for myself. Nice and loud. Yeah, make that be a goal on Twitch. X amount for train whistle. No, I don't want to pick the flowers. Stop it. Sure, place them. Make it look fancy. Do we have an island theme? Not so far. When I very first started this island, I wanted it to be a Halloween island. And so at some point, I don't think you were in chat yet, so everyone else forgive me for repeating it, but Sleuthy needs to know. About half of my island was covered in just pumpkins. Like pumpkin crops, because you can get rich that way. That is, I think the fastest way in Animal Crossing to make money is to just have a whole bunch of crops and harvest them. And so that was how I made a whole bunch of money and expanded my house the most that you could, and just got whatever I want from the shops and stuff. So that was fun, but that was also an absolute pain in the butt to try and clean up afterwards, because you have to go back and dig up every single pumpkin, and you can either throw them away or sell them. Those are your options. You can't you can put them elsewhere, but if you want to get rid of them, like, you can't put them in storage. You can only get rid of them. Go online and trade turnips by someone who has a turnip trade. Yeah, that involves a whole lot though, to play the turnip market. I was never one to gamble on turnips. I do find it mildly hilarious that this game is meant for kids. Like, it is a game that is built to be kid friendly and look like it is for kids. And yet it teaches you about debt, finances, and gambling. Welcome to capitalism. Alright, no palm trees over here. Got my weeds. What do you guys think of my neighborhood? Should I keep it? Should I pick it up? Should it be here or should it be somewhere else on my island? Let me know. Because I kind of like it. But I'm not entirely sold. Thoughts on the neighborhood. I like my little beach. I don't necessarily need that there. Do I need toxic waste? No. We're getting rid of everything. Let's keep, I'm gonna keep that palm tree. Let's get rid of this one. All bunny themed, clearly. A giant potato in the middle. Are there? Yeah, there are bunny villagers. I don't think there's any bunny villagers that I like, though. And we also have, Sleuthy. I don't know how much of Animal Crossing you're familiar with, but the Easter bunny who comes on Easter, or for Egg Day, I should say. Don't sit down, dig it up. The bunny that comes for Egg Day creeps me out. Because when you walk into the same frame as the bunny will start like jumping and dancing. And as you walk away, you're like almost out of frame. But like as you walk away, the bunny breathes a sigh of relief and stops. And if you look on the back of the bunny, there's very clearly a zipper. Like somebody is inside that bunny costume. And I don't like that. I don't like mascots in real life of those, you know, giant fur suits. They creep me out. They always have. I will never like them. I don't understand the appeal. I don't understand why anybody likes them. And yet, 22 bunny villagers. Dang, that's a lot. It's a fake bunny. It is a fake bunny. Hard pass.
I don't want you to do that. Thank you.
You were Curious George for a library event once? I'm gonna need more details on that. What does that mean? What does that entail? The hardest part of wearing those suits is keeping the feet on. Interesting. The thing that I always hear is like, it's hot. It's a very hot costume. You're wearing an insulated suit that is covered in fur usually. It is a hot costume. And while I have not worn one of those costumes, I have made puppets before. You guys have seen the lemur. And even just having your hand inside one of the puppets, you realize how stinking hot those get. Like, your hand will come out moist. Like the bunny with the coconut head. Now I have to Google that. Animal... Wait, let me go. Animal Crossing bunny with coconut head. Oh yeah, I do like her. I think she's on my list. Do you guys know what I can do? Do you know what I can do? Super hot. Just has you wandering around the children's section taking pics with kids. That's fair. Or terrified. It's supposed to be an outdoor event. Dang. Suit was loaned to the library. Okay. Was it like an actual by your local PBS? Okay. Kind of cool. Those heads are hard to breathe in. Yeah. I would imagine. Is there a villager? Do you guys want to see the bunny that Sleuthy is talking about? Because I can make that happen. I can make that happen. I can bring that bunny to our island. Yes, okay. Ah! Let me find it first. I have to remember where they're put because it's in a weird spot. Haha, I found it. Coco, we're looking for Coco. Hang on, because there's 500 to sort through. Coco. We're looking for Coco. Oh, there's one just called Bunny. Coco. We are looking for Coco. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, everybody. Prepare yourselves. Your own mother was too freaked out.
No, it disappeared. Stop it.
Okay. Coco. Coco. I found Coco. Okay. Now I need to not let it time out again.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to. We did it. We did it, everybody. Yes. I would like to invite her to the campsite. She got a unique little face. She also really hates clowns. Same. Who likes them, to be honest? Like, I'm not afraid of them in like a, oh, they're gonna kill me kind of way. Because I know some people are. Because they're in horror movies. And there was like that clown gang. Like, genuinely, there was a gang of clowns that was like on a murder spree. I don't know what the news story was. I just know that there was actual murder tied to actual clowns. And I just don't like I don't like costumes. There's some element there that feels like dishonesty to me, and I don't like that. And I don't know how to explain it. And I've even talked with actual therapists before, and they're like, yeah, I don't know what that is. And I'm just like, cool, me neither. Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, it's stranger danger. Yeah.
Thanks for the invitation. Seems like a great place to camp.
Oh, you want a wooden block bed? Sure. I'll make it for you. I don't think I need it, but thank you. Oh, apparently I did need it. I did not know how to make that. Thank you, Coco. She was like 18. There was a clown at the mall, and when he tried to interact with her, she said no thank you, and he kept coming towards her. Yeah. Basically chased her out of the store because she was refusing to interact. Yeah. I have had experiences like that where it's just like the performer wouldn't take no for an answer. And unfortunately, the way to keep it like as peaceful as possible is to just go along with it against your will. And that's not great. I don't recommend that. So I hope she got to at least leave. But that's unfortunate. Ooh, was that the bottle? Yes, it was. Ha. Floral swag. I already know it. Back to the sea with you. Let's craft. I just scared myself with the microphone.
A wooden block bed.
Iron cupboard. That's cool. I like that. Alright, Coco wants that. Okay. I really hate it when DIYs require other DIYs. Like, just list the whole recipe here. Don't make me make things twice. Okay, it's now you're making it a 2-step process. Now I have to find the wooden block toy. Where's the wooden block toy? Haha. Craft it. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese was like I knew that like inside all of the mascot costumes is a person. Like I was never tricked as a kid. I never had that illusion of like, oh, I'm meeting Mickey Mouse. Like, no, I knew that there was a human inside the fursuit, and I didn't like that because that is a stranger. And Chuck E. Cheese, I vaguely remember a birthday party where everyone's like, oh, look, it's Chuck E. Cheese. And I'm just like the one person that's like, don't interact with me.
Tato, that's me. Mullins, hello, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. How are you today?
Now, not only a stranger, but the stranger hiding from you. Yes. Like you can't see their face. Like they're hidden. Convince the person inside the suit would kidnap me. Yes. I'm glad we all had this. We can all share this experience. I'm not alone. People understand my fear of mascots. Photo somewhere of you as a kid trying to fight. Oh, that's amazing. Apparently many people have had this conviction. I mean, okay, but that's a different kind of fear. Because I feel like the Five Nights at Freddy's is intentionally making the mascots look creepy. And there's some sort of element of creepiness just to the mascot suit itself, or to it being empty. And it just like laying there and still looking like an entity even when it's empty. Which I have also experienced because the company that I worked with before... the computer company that I worked with before, they got mascots. That's a whole long story, but they got mascots and they were in the office, and the two of my coworkers posed them as if they were sitting at the desks, and I'm just like, this is not for me. How'd your market today? Yeah, how'd it go? Feet are sore but good. Was it a busy market or was it a slow market? I like watching Smosh play Five Nights at Freddy's, but you will not play it yourself. I won't play it myself because it doesn't seem like a fun game to play. It seems like a fun game to watch other people play. Guys, where did the bed go? I found it. No, I don't need to craft again. My bad. Goodbye. For anyone just joining us, this is Coco. She's a bunny made out of coconuts, and she has a weird face, and she has demanded that we make her a wooden block bed in exchange for nothing. I get a surveillance camera. We can keep our eye out for mechanical mascots now. We're all set. It's come full circle. What's happening on the radio? Okay, well, you enjoy that, Coco. I'm gonna run away. Now the stalked has become the stalker. It was busy. It's the only winter market our country has ever had. Oh, county. I was like, country? I don't think that's true. County. People loved it. Good. 0 soap sold. Oh, no. A few lotion bars. That's cool. And a lot of wax melons. Good. A few candles sold as well. Nice. Do soaps usually sell? Are soaps usually a popular item? Haven't played it, but might just because I imagine myself straight up listening to the jump scares. It's fair enough. I have a very high tolerance for horror stuff. Like, I'll jump at jump scares, but only because it's surprising, not scary. And to me, there is that fine line, that distinction. But one of the things on my... Ooh, hang on. Guys, I ripped out a cable. I don't know which one, but I'll fix it when I get back.
I can't see, it's too dark.
I thought it was, because there's two HDMI cords, and both ends of those are also HDMI ports, thingies. And then there's another cord that is USB-C to USB-C. And I thought that was the one that was unplugged, because that's what's in the capture card, and that's the part with all the wires. But there's another part with wires, and that is the Nintendo Switch dock itself. And the one that ripped out was the power cord. So it's a good thing that the Nintendo Switch is meant to just keep running. Because I pulled out the power cord. So it can't fix now. Your computer mouse is missing. Did you check in the bedroom under the dresser? Because that's where my rabbit was. At the markets, they've sold better than... Oh, interesting. Better than the candles wax melts. Today there were 2 of us with soap. Ah, interesting. I would have still thought that you would have sold soap though. Because at first when you said that the soap didn't sell, I'm like, well, maybe bar soap is out. Like, are people still using bar soap? Because I haven't used bar soap since I was a kid. Even though it looks like cake and I want to eat it. I love smelling it. I love having the smell of it. But I suppose you can get the sense in other ways. Found it in the bedroom under your pillow. I mean, I can relate to the falling asleep playing games, but how did it get under the pillow? The reason I got up in the first place, let me show the class. So I have been, I think all of you follow me on Instagram, but in case there is anyone here who doesn't, I've been having a really hard time, and that is part of what the like Besties We're Back sale is, or event, I guess at this point, is celebrating, is like the comeback, and things are coming back together, and we're doing it. We have the shop again. We have things. But last year it meant that I missed Halloween. I missed Christmas. I missed New Year's, and all of that was just kind of lost to sad things. And so I am now tackling New Year's tasks in February. It's fine. You get to it when you get to it. And one of the things that I am doing is let me see if it will actually, let me switch. There we go. You can see that now. Let me see it so I can see it. So I made myself a bingo card. I've seen a couple creators do this, where instead of a resolution or a theme or an anthem or however you want to approach the new year, you make a bingo card of stuff that you want to do this year that you might get to, you might not, and then throughout the year you just cross things off and hope that you get a bingo. And then if you're like close to the end of the new year and you're only like one away, then it's kind of a push to say like, hey, this was the thing that I wanted to do, let me go do this. And so I have been trying to fill it out. I have 3 more slots left. I forget why I got this in the first place. Why was I excited and left? Does anyone remember? Kiddo 2 had you running. That's fine. What I was talking about with the soap, I was surprised that you didn't sell soap even though there was another person there. Because at first I was just like, okay, well maybe people aren't using bar soap anymore, because like me personally, I haven't used bar soap since I was a kid. So I was just like, maybe bar soap is out. I don't know. But the fact that somebody else is there with soap and that it normally does well, I'm very surprised that you didn't sell any soap today. But I don't know. I'm not a soap expert. You usually sleep with your dominant arm under the pillow. It's fair enough. Come back and see Sleuthy should be on there. Technically, Sleuthy, you are on here. But I wanted to do it in a way that if I showed my bingo card at any point publicly, no one would know. So you technically are on here. Are birds on there? No. You are on here. I have Yarn Night with E. Mullins as one of the slots, as per request. But I do not have birds on here because I I am very sorry to break it to you. I really don't like birds. I love that I can send you pictures of birds and that you are excited about birds. I have never been a bird person. Could be that people were too distracted by the popcorn scented candles. That's fair. Popcorn scented candles are very alluring. You don't like birds, you're sad now. I'll just send them to you. Because it makes me excited that you're excited about birds. And at some point, I'm hoping that that rubs off. And then that I'm just excited about birds. I think it's also, like, here. So, let me explain why I don't like birds. I don't like birds because they're loud. They make a whole lot of noise, and they're real small. I like big birds. I like ostriches and emus because they're chaos machines, and I find that hilarious. Birds aren't real. So I like big birds because I think they're more interesting, or really ornate birds. So like a pheasant has no business looking the way that it looks. They're very elaborate. They've got like 12 different patterns going on. They look fancy. And I love peacocks. They're beautiful. Peacocks are one of my favorite animals. And I also love the fact that female peacocks, or peahens, scream like adult female humans getting murdered. I just find that hilarious. Because the first time I actually heard peahens, I was over at, when I was a kid, I think all of them are no longer with us. We weren't that close, but we did get to visit them, I think only once, maybe twice, as kids. We used to have 4 great aunt and uncles, 3 aunts, 1 uncle, however you want to pluralize that. And so we went to, they lived on a ranch, and it was the Rocking Bar M Ranch, and it was just a very large plot of land that they did nothing with because they were too old, but they enjoyed it. That's the important part. And one of the animals that was just on the ranch that they fed and cared for but did nothing with, like they didn't sell them, they didn't trade them, they didn't kill them, they didn't do anything, they just raised them, was peacocks and peahens. And nobody warned us. I think I was about 9 years old at the time, so I was old enough to like kind of understand, but not old enough to know yet. Nobody warned us what would happen at the break of dawn when the peahens decided to sing the song of their people. Now, for anyone who has not been awoken by that sound before, I thought that something had gone horribly wrong with my great aunts because it sounded like women screaming. Turns out it was just the peahens. Ostriches are definitely spies, not flying, but still spying. I was over on the bench. What is that from? What is that from? I know that phrase. What is that from? Oh, John Mulaney. Okay. Or at least I think it's John Mulaney. Yep, John Mulaney. Okay, good. E. Mullins, do you have a favorite bird? Do you have a favorite bird or type of bird? Do you like songbirds? Do you like big birds? Because I like big birds. They're just dinosaurs. And I think that's silly. I think I might have grabbed this because there's one, I'll read them because I don't know how well you were able to read it as I held the iPad up. So on my bingo cards so far, I have 3 slots left. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I have Yarn Night with E. Mullins, sell at an artist alley or event, a cooking stream, get a kitten or puppy because the time is not right yet. But at some point, I would like another cat in my life. Use the community grill, because where I live now has a community grill. And anytime I've lived in an apartment, the one time I actually did try to use the grill at the place, the grill was out of gas. And so I just couldn't. And that apartment was just perpetually, like, they didn't refill the gas in the grills. And so that was no fun. You like penguins that fall over? Oh no.
Kiddo crying, oh no. Don't die.
So I want to use the community grill. That's probably a spring-summer activity. I want to host 3 girls' nights. Because last year, like, as things were crumbling, not quite as, as I was heading into the worst of my mentee bee, as things were crumbling, I had reached out to a friend group, and I was like, hey, we should have girls' nights. And then I completely fell off the map. And just know that I think about that a lot. And I would still like to do that. So that is why that is on my bingo card, is to host at least 3 girls' nights. Another one is sell a high ticket item, because I want to, you can see it in my background. I have a rug tufting machine, and you guys, I have a video on me making a rug, and what's on there currently is for a friend, and I need to finish that. But I want to be able to sell a rug or 2, and those are high ticket items. So I want to be able to sell a high ticket item. And maybe that's at the Artist Alley or event, who knows. I want to make a butterfly board, or I guess the butterfly board is where you pin them, but one of those like insect collection pins, because I got a box of butterflies last year that I want to pin and be able to save those. Watch enough episodes of Pokemon to determine your favorite. No. That's a hard no for me. No. I can tell you what my favorite Pokemon is, though. There's 2. There's 2 that are my ride or die. I was going to say a bad word, but ride or die bees. And not even a cat. No, especially not the cat. There's 2 that always save me, because I grew up in a household without game consoles. We did not play games. We didn't have things like, we had a few computer games, and that was it. And so whenever I would go over to friends' houses and they would want to play Mario, or especially they would want to play Super Smash Bros., there were 2 that saved me, and that is Kirby and Jigglypuff. And for a while, I didn't know they were 2 separate round pink ones. I thought it was the same one, and I didn't understand why they didn't always have the same power. I was like, sometimes I get the singing one, and sometimes I get the slurpy one. Who's to say which one it's going to be? I finally, as an adult, I finally know the difference. And so I would always pick one of those, because they always saved me, because they can both, I think they can both fly. I know Jigglypuff can fly, and I know Kirby can suck up pretty much anything. And those were my defense strategies. That was how I survived in the world of Super Smash Bros. When all of my friends knew how to actually play the game, and I didn't. That was my strategy. And if you're telling me that Kirby isn't a Pokemon, too bad. They're both the pink lump. Jigglypuff is. What is Kirby then? If he's not a Pokemon, is he just a Nintendo character? And why is Jigglypuff both a Pokemon and in Super Smash Bros? What happened there? So I want to make a little butterfly collection. I have... Can you see it? Yes, you can. I'm just pointing it. Right there is a shadow box that is empty, and I want to put butterflies in there. Up next, Christmas in July. I'll announce it now as a super special spoiler just for you guys. I want to do Christmas in July because I didn't have Christmas last year. And so my plan, my master plan, if it works out, is to do Christmas in July, where I put the advent calendars out again, and I do what I would have done in December and do videos opening up the advent calendar every day and having fun with that, and just having Christmas in July. I may or may not decorate. I don't think I'm going to decorate. I've lost the love of Christmas as an adult. I am now a Grinch, especially in recent years. Pretty much as many Christmases as I can remember back. December has always been cursed for me. And so I'm just going to do Christmas in July and hope that works out. Kirby has his own series, yes. But that doesn't mean he's not a Pokemon. Kirby is just his own Nintendo guy, and Jigglypuff is in Super Smash Bros. Because Nintendo owns Pokemon Gaming. They're both pink and lumpy. That's all I can say to defend myself. Hot Skills, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. How's it going? How are you right now? I don't know if you guys can hear it. Can you guys still hear the Animal Crossing music? I can, if you guys can't. We will eventually probably get back to Animal Crossing, but right now I'm doing my 2026 bingo card. I am explaining what is on there, and then if it will focus at all. There we go. And then if you guys have any other ideas for what the remaining 3 slots should be, let me know. But so we're at Christmas in July. Host a craft night, and that is different from a yarn night with E. Mullins. This can be anything I want it to be. I want to do a craft night here on Twitch where I teach you guys a craft. So I'm gonna come with a craft in mind. I'll announce what supplies and stuff you need first, so that if you want to do the craft along with me, you can. But that is the goal. Get my first tattoo I put in the free slot after I already got my tattoo. And yes, it still counts because technically I got my tattoo in 2026. So it's fine, it counts, and I put it in the free space because it's my board and I make the rules. I'm doing pretty good. I'm having fun streaming. It's very fun having all you guys in here and just hanging out for a little bit. So I'm having fun. Thank you guys for being here and for chilling with me. That's right. So get my first tattoo. Oh, if anyone hasn't seen, that's my tattoo. It's a little potato plant. And then underneath is Monkey's paw print, and it is an actual, we traced around her actual paw print. And now it's on me, and now I have Miss Monkey on me forever. Next one is get monetized on YouTube. That's a big goal. That's a really big goal. But if it happens, we're manifesting it now. We would like that to happen. Get monetized on YouTube. We don't have to make a lot. Even if I make 1 penny, I just want to be able to hit that benchmark of get monetized on YouTube. I've always been really bad at this, so I put it on my bingo card. Try a meal prep week. That's it. That's the goal, is to just try a meal prep week where I actually prepare breakfast, lunch, and dinner items ready for myself for throughout the week, instead of either having just microwave meals, which are already made for me, which okay, that's fine. That's sufficient. That's good enough. It's better than takeout. But I want to actually meal prep stuff. So I've got to figure that out.
We love a paw print tattoo. It's adorable.
So the manta ray bag is the next one. I have had my eye on a manta ray purse backpack thing on Etsy for over 2 years, I think. I have had it saved, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna finally get the pattern and make the manta ray bag. That is my craft goal. Another one is work a day at the pool, and I don't mean as a pool person. I mean take my laptop down there and either on a Saturday and work on my own stuff, or if I can get away with it, just take my actual work stuff down there. I don't know if I'll be able to do that because it's answering phones. So I want to work poolside. I want to work outside and enjoy the outdoors for a day whilst getting work done. Make pasta with the machine. And I do have one of those like old-fashioned pasta machines. That's not what I mean. I got one Christmas, I got like one of those. It's all encapsulated in a box. And it's kind of like a bread maker, but for pasta. And I want to actually make successful pasta with it, because I've tried it a couple times and it's very finicky. Like the actual balance of it is very finicky. And so I want to be able to do that. Sleuthy, this one, this I'll spoil it because we're all friends here. This one is about you. Visit a Clue Crew friend. You were the one that I had in mind because I want to be able to come down and see you again, if you're willing. And so, visit a Clue Crew friend, or others. Don't know if for some reason, Sleuthy, you're like, no, you're a stranger. Get back in your Chuck E. Cheese costume and fly away. Then hey, I'll go visit somebody else. Your question was favorite bird. I think so. Favorite bird or favorite kind of bird? Yes. Pretty sure Leela would love to see you. She seemed very mixed. She had mixed opinions. I'll take that she didn't completely hate me. At least I did feel good about that, at least. Another one on here, make another enamel pin. I get questions all the time if I'm gonna make another Nancy Drew stamp pin, and my hope, if I could wave a magic wand and make it happen, I would want to just make all of the enamel pins, all 34 games. Like, I would want that entire collection. But unfortunately, if you've never made enamel pins before, the way it works is that there's an MOQ, or minimum order quantity. And on enamel pins, usually that's 100. And so you have to, A, have enough faith that enough are going to sell that you can cover that cost. And B, have enough money up front to be able to do that. And C, the reason why I haven't this year or last year, even despite circumstances, is because of the tariffs. It really affects costs, and I have not looked into if costs have been adjusted, inflated, etc. And I did look into it. I could not find any enamel pin manufacturers in the US that would be able to make them at any sort of affordable price. Like, it is the difference between, if you get them overseas, it's about $300 to $400, depending on what kind, what size, what add-ons, etc. And to get them in the US, it was like $1,000 to $2,000. That's quite a jump. That's not like, oh, let me pay a little bit more to have it be made here in the US. That's like, I cannot afford that, and I can't sell them at that price to make it be worth it. So second visits always go better. That's good. Trying my least something. Yes, actually, that's a good idea. Did oopsie pin. Ooh, that took me a second to parse out what you meant, but I finally figured it out. Yes, that's awesome, because I think I've only sent those to the 2 charity situations. No, it's because I wasn't expecting the acronym, and so my brain tried to correct it, but you wrote it correctly. It was my brain. That wasn't you. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. But good. I'm glad that you have one. That's really cool. Not a lot of people have those. The Pan Can fundraiser. Nice. Yeah, so I want to be able to make at least one more enamel pin, but I've got to figure that out. But hopefully I can do that this year. The next one is go to the zoo or aquarium. Somehow, I don't know how this has happened. I have moved around. When I was a kid, before I went to college, my sister counted it up. We moved around 14 times before I hit college. And in all of those 14 times, we were always within an hour of like a good zoo or aquarium. And by good, I mean accredited, large, interested in conservation and education, and the welfare of the animals came first. It was not an exploitative zoo. It was not a manipulative. It was not a money grab zoo. It was for research, education, and conservation. And so I have always grown up with a very positive association with zoos and aquariums because of that. And somehow we were always close to those zoos. And now, for the first time in my entire life, the nearest decent, accredited, research and education focused zoo, the closest one by me, is 3 hours away. And I don't like that. You have to head off soon, but we will talk to you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I hope that you are comfortable. I know that sounds weird to anyone, and also probably to you, but I hope that it makes sense. I hope that you are comfortable and well, and I hope you get good sleep. Where am I? Yeah, so I'm 3 hours away from any zoo or aquarium, and I don't like that. I want to be able to go to a zoo and aquarium, and the one that I currently want to go to is 5 hours away, and that is the Atlanta one. I want to go back there because I've been there many times. I lived in Atlanta, and their zoo is really good. It's just very hilly, like it's a lot of walking, but there's a lot of animals there, and they're very well kept, at least to my knowledge. And the aquarium used to be the largest in the world. I think it's still top 3, but I'm not entirely certain. So I want to go back there because now they have otters and they have touch holes. They have otter touch holes where you can touch the otters, and I want to touch the otters. So that's on my bingo board. And then second to last, we're almost there. We're almost good. Spooky week for October. I want to do spooky week and do spooky stuff for Halloween. I want to do that. That's fun. And then my last one, go to the beach. And the beach also is several hours away. So hopefully making trips in my future. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what let me go back to the game. Face end game. If you guys have any ideas, any recommendations, or what would you put on your bingo board? If you were making a bingo board, what would you put there? You got to hang out with pet otters in June? Tell us more about that. What do you mean? Okay, I have one hair that's just driving me insane. I cut curtain bangs, and I like them. They're cute, but they also tickle my face. Swap it with something, now bury it again. Alright. Time to stash our things. On your bingo board for this year is to start dabbling in Blender. My brain just dyslexia that I don't think I have I don't think I'm dyslexic, but that's what happened. It just blended Blender and Teach together, and I read that as this year to start dabbling in bleach yourself, and I'm like, don't bleach yourself, but dabbling in Blender / teach yourself, yeah, do that. Also maintain a sourdough starter. Ooh, I've seen several people start those. Is that back in? Are people back into bread? Is this 2020 again? There's a great zoo a little over an hour away from here. Nice. They have a second business where they do closer encounters. Ooh, with some of the animals. Nice. That sounds super fun. I think it was the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo that had a wallaby walkabout, I think they called it. But you got to pet baby wallabies. And usually you want to watch very carefully and like really check on places that allow you to touch baby animals, because most of the time that's because it's exploitative. But in rare cases it can be because they're a kind animal and it's a zoo that... Octopus, why are you mad at me? What's happening? He's very grumpy. But yeah, if it's a research and education focused zoo, they're just like, hey, people like baby animals, and if this is a good way to get people interested in conservation and education, then yeah, come touch the safe baby animal and enjoy. Very playful. Yay! Petting was quick and they'd run by, that's fair. Fun to watch them tussle with each other. The only time I've been like super close and almost touched an otter was when I did this was Denver Aquarium. I did their zookeeper for a day and zoologist for a day. No, marine biologist for a day and zoologist for a day, and those were two fantastic days. Because I, at the time, was considering becoming a marine biologist, and what ultimately stopped me from doing that is I don't like to swim. And hey, guess what? You have to deal with a lot when you're a marine biologist. It's water. So I went into a different career. Confirm, yes, put away. Come back. Oh, let me go. I've been using my laptop to like monitor the stream, but I also forgot that I was using my laptop to monitor the stream, so it's been like an hour since I actually looked over. Hope everything's been going okay. But yeah, I did their marine biologist and zoologist for a day. We got to feed. They had one, as most aquariums do, one like big giant fish tank, and that was very fun because the marine biologist, we had like the chopped up fish parts in our hands, and we were holding it over the tank, and she was like, okay, on the count of 3, 1, 2, and then a chunk of like dead fish fell out of my hand because we all had like a handful, and all of the fish just swarmed up for like that one little piece. And I felt bad that mine had dropped early, but that was the goal anyways, was to make the fish swarm, so that was fun. For cuteness, tufted titmouse. Okay, I think those are cool. Those are cute. I agree. For color, Baltimore Oriole. Iconic. I agree. Favorite woodpecker? I would not have been able to identify that there were more than one kind of woodpecker. But now that I'm hearing it, I'm like, yeah, of course there's more than one kind of woodpecker. For sentiment, scarlet tanager. It was the first new bird we saw. Oh. Very sentimental. Very, very sentimental. We all know the favorite bird is western tanager. It's never gonna get old. It's never gonna get old, you guys. Okay, why are you grumpy, Cephalobot? Oh, you're better now. Okay. Okay. Bye. Mullins, what tanager should it be? Is there an eastern tanager? Would there be any tanager around them their parts? Look, Cookie's got a coffee. That's why we're besties. She even got little toe beans. Look at her feet. You gotta keep walking, Cookie. Then you need to look at your feet. Okay, you gotta keep walking. There you go. Do you see her little toe beans? I like her toe beans. Scarlet tanager? Okay.
No.
I think for me, if birds were quiet, or if they made different sounds. Like, there are some birds that make relaxing sounds, like mourning doves. I don't mind the sound of mourning ooh, owls. Okay, that's the category of birds. Like, I like big birds and I like owls. I like irregular birds. I just don't like songbirds. Does that make it better? It's more vibrant than northern cardinal, but harder to spot. Interesting. What makes it harder to spot? Like, does it hide?
No, stop it.
Oh, we're changing hours. No, why did it get quiet? Did it get quiet on your side too? Or did it just finally calm down on my side? Is it because I got close to the water? Yeah, it's because I got close to the water. We figured it out. This is Meringue, and she's really cute, and I don't know why I don't like her. Like, I should like her, but, like, I've never really cared. Like, I don't dislike her. It's just more like, I wish I actively liked her. But I'm just neutral about her. And then this is Flora, the flamingo. 'Cause see, she's cute. Her head is cake. Meringue, her head is cake. Isn't that cute? And yet, I just find her bothersome. Flora, I liked, because I wanted a tropical villager, and I liked how vibrant Flora was. See, he's thinking again. What are you thinking about, buddy? No, you don't get to leave. You're captive here. Don't go. Thank you. You're not allowed to leave this island. You need written permission from me, the mayor, and I say you're not allowed.
Dang it.
Usually pretty high up. Okay. You've only seen the one? Wow. That's extra special. Right near a wooded area. Wow. Another fave is the Carolina Wren. I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm gonna Google it. What does the Carolina Wren look like? Carolina Wren. Okay. They look very fuzzy in this picture that I see, but I suspect they're not always so fuzzy. So, what do you like best about birds? Is it like a scavenger hunt kind of element? Is it that you like the visuals of birds? Because I know for some people it's the songs. They really like the sounds that birds make. And I feel like that's the element that makes me dislike birds.
No, my pockets are full. I don't like it.
I'm trying to decide, do I sell my shrubs?
Do I sell my shrubbery?
Or do I keep them, but like on the beach? Do I relocate them so that my thingies... Because I definitely don't need this many. At least not right now. And I can always time travel to when Leaf is here with whatever shrubs that I want to get for the season. I think I'm just going to ditch them. I'm fine rebuilding my stock of shrubs.
It's Lolly. Look at Lolly. I love Lolly. Hi.
Can you give them... You cannot give them the shrubs, but you can give them plants. Interesting.
Thanks, Lolly. Yay.
A little bit the scavenger hunt. Really enjoy just being able to outside. Yeah, I get that part. American goldfinches love coneflower seeds and sunflower seeds. Blue jays hide whole peanuts in the ground. That's amazing. I love that. Just squirreling it away. Yeah, like this is mine now.
Hi, Cookie. She looks so peaceful. She's doing yoga in her front yard.
Yay, that's my last shrub. Okay, I really wish that once you got all the fossils, something changed about the fossil spawning. Like, I wish that, like, maybe you could identify all the fossils since now you've found all of them. And you didn't have to take them into blathers to identify them, but alas, no, they just spawn. And you have to do that every time. With Orioles, they only come around here for maybe a few weeks. Interesting. They're a social treat. Put out orange marmalade. I did not know that you could do that for birds. I did learn last year, as I was doing more like bug learning, I learned that butterflies, we all know that butterflies like drink the nectar in flowers. And I think that's what most of us like associate butterflies doing and associate that with butterflies. What I didn't know that I loved learning is in order to have the protein in them to produce sperm and eggs for making butterfly babies, they feed on dead things. So that's often a sign that, like, similar to if you see turkey vultures flying around, butterflies are often first on the scene when something has died and is decomposing. They are one of the first to arrive. And I found that fascinating. And so you'll just see swarms of butterflies on dead things. And that is beautiful and morbid and fascinating. And another spot that they also get it is turtle tears. And so there's pictures of just butterflies on turtle faces because they also drink the tears of turtles. This is where you're scarred all over again. You're welcome. Like, I already loved butterflies before I learned that, and that just made them so much better for me. I was like, dude, that's metal. That is so hardcore. I love it. Really tragically beautiful, yeah. I love that I'm just running around with an axe. I love that that's a regular thing in Animal Crossing, that you just run around with an axe. You're like, hey everybody, how's it going today? Good? Don't mind me. When I first started playing Animal Crossing, one of my favorite things, I forget what month it was, but you would be able to like look it up, because one of my absolute favorite things once I discovered it was spider crabs. You can catch spider crabs if you go diving, and like most creatures as you're playing Animal Crossing are like reasonably sized. Like, your character is not dwarfed by them. Like, if you're just holding the fish, it looks fish-sized. Which sounds really dumb to say. Like, it looks fish-sized. And if you catch a shark, like, it's still big, but it's not... Like, you can catch... I think you can catch whale sharks, which are, like, the size of my apartment. And they're still... They make your character look small, but they're not life-sized. And most of the things that you catch diving are the same way, of like, they're, appropriately sized or like decently sized, except for the spider crabs. Those things are huge. And not only are they huge, but they are one of the only creatures that if you set it down on the island, most things, if you set it down, the fish go into like buckets or tanks or inflatable pools. Sometimes bugs will go into their own little bug tanks, when you set animals down, they go into containers. But the spider crab, just is sitting on your island, bare, raw, just a spider crab sitting there. And I loved it so much that I went and I got... I hunted until I got like 25 spider crabs, and I made just a grand entrance of just crabs welcoming you to the island. Hello, welcome to Crab Island. And I may have to do that again because they were magnificent. Running around with an axe. Also very metal. Yeah. Is it all decomposing organic material? I think so. The plants... maybe a little bit less so, because that's not so much the proteins. I know that some of it is also the electrolytes. So the turtle tears, it's because they're salty, and so they'll drink that for the electrolytes. And for that reason, this is I'm finally connecting the thought, because you had said the marmalade, and this is what brought up the butterfly thing. You can set out Gatorade for them. So you can put Gatorade on a paper towel. You can soak it with Gatorade and set it out for the butterflies, or like pour it into a shallow dish with pebbles. Anything to prevent the butterflies from drowning in said pool of Gatorade. And they will drink Gatorade. Butterflies drink Gatorade. Alright. Got a bunch of weeds going on over there. But that's okay. Okay. Let me do a little bit of construction. Start construction. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Would like the bricks, thank you. Yeah, I thought that was really funny, just picturing little butterfly with a tiny little bottle of Gatorade, like, whew, what a workout. Well, back to flying. Or like butterflies in a little butterfly locker room talking about their PBs. You don't really think of butterflies as athletes, but they're pretty good athletes. No, no. I don't think I've caught this butterfly yet. Okay, apparently I have, 'cause she didn't say yes. A great purple emperor. Look at him, he's beautiful. I got very excited about that butterfly. How much do you think a butterfly could weight lift? I mean, proportionally, probably a lot. Like if a butterfly was like human-sized, probably a lot. Because I was talking about this earlier with my bunny. I wasn't talking with my bunny. I was talking about my bunny. I forget who I was talking with. Anyway, they were talking about like how much could Bunny lift, and I'm like, Bunny's very strong. If you're talking just as he is, size-wise, yeah, I can lift a lot more than him. But if you're talking proportionally, he's beat me by a mile. Because he is very strong. Because he's lifting stuff that's like his weight. I can't do that. I ordered furniture this past weekend, I think. Recently, and my friend could lift it, and he got it up 3 flights of stairs, and I'm like, dude, first of all, I didn't realize it was 90 pounds. What? Because it was, it was that thing. And I know it doesn't look like much, but it is a kitchen island that comes with doors and drawers. And I didn't realize that it was 90 pounds. And he goes to pick it up in the mailroom. And, like, it looks heavy. It's furniture. And so I'm just like, I can't lift it. Anything's going to look heavy to me. And then he goes to lift it. And he's like, it's not that heavy. And I just believed him. I didn't question it. And I didn't help because he didn't ask me to. And also, I can't. I'm very weak. Yeah, new one. Look how iridescent it is. Look at it. So beautiful. A peacock butterfly. That's pretty cool. I love it. It's my friend now. Yeah, it's 90 pounds. And so he goes to pick it up. And, like, it's bulky. It's not just heavy. It's, like, awkward to carry. And so he manages to lift it eventually onto his shoulder, and he's getting it up the stairs. And obviously, that's a workout. It's heavy, and there's stairs. And that's not a good combination. He finally gets it up and inside my apartment, and he sets it just in the kitchen because that's where you walk in. And I was like, yep, leave it there. And later, after he has left, because this is what has happened with other furniture things that I have received help with, I'm like, okay, I'll just move it later. I'll move it on my own because I just need help with the stairs part. It is 90 pounds. I try to scoot it on a laminate floor. I'm having a hard time scooting it. And he lifted it up the stairs. I texted him because I was like, I feel so bad right now. I did not realize how heavy it was. And if I had realized, at bare minimum, I would have offered help getting it up the stairs. As much as I would have been able to help, I would have. I wouldn't have just been like, oh, you've got this. Like, 90 pounds. I think I either looked on the package itself or I had to look at Amazon. Because then the next one that was coming in was a small desk. And I was like, let me check what the weight is on that. So I know I looked on Amazon for that. 90. The next one was 40 pounds. So that one I could lift. And I got that up by myself. And so I felt so bad. I still feel bad. It's too much. It's too much. Alright. I kind of want to move my house over to there, but I also kind of want to destroy things. I don't know if I want this river here. Like, I want a nice little fishy pond, but I don't think that this is the spot for it. So we're just going to destroy it because that's what we're doing today. Alright, I see you fish, and I see you water beetle, but unfortunately for you, your ecosystem isn't vibing with me, so I'll see you later. I do wish there was a faster way to do this. No! I was doing so well. Sometimes I'll get into like a bad rhythm where I'm just digging or collapsing in all the wrong places. Because you collapse the cliffs. And yep, there it is. You just have to do it one square at a time. And I think in the update they changed that. I'm not sure. I can't really remember what the update entails. I know that it's changed. I know that there's like a cleanup feature where you can select an area and everything in that area goes into your inventory. I believe that's one of the changes. I could be wrong.
Ooh, have I gotten this bug? No! I'll never get sad.
Makes you want to start a new Animal Crossing game? How's the update been so far? I haven't gotten the update. Is it out yet? If true, how do I get the update? Also, I wouldn't recommend completely restarting your game because you lose everything. What I do is I just destroy everything on my island. I dig it all up and I terraform everything anew. And that way I get to keep all my DIY stuff, all my fruits and everything. And I don't have to rebuild that part, but I can just completely do a new island. If you want different villagers, if that's why you're like, I don't like any of my villagers, the trick that I don't remember if you were here when I showed it or not, the little emulator, it's on my desk somewhere, but it's just a tiny little cube that allegedly you can use to imitate the amiibo signals and get any villager that you want. So it just works on the NFC signals, and it's just like, hey, I'm an amiibo, and it's not, it's trickery. The update did come out January 14th. Why don't I have it? Is it because I'm not, I should be connected to the internet. Let's investigate, shall we? Alright, let's say, ready to wrap things up for now? Yes. Save and end, just in case. Because I feel like this is something worth investigating. I felt like it was in January, it was when it was supposed to come out. And I didn't know when in January. I figured it was the end. And it is now February, and I do not have the update. Is it because it's not connected to the internet? Is that why? I was confused at the stop charging around 90%. That was what the face was about. Internet. It might get mad about the password. Alright, I'm going to turn the visuals off for just a second because I don't know if it's going to hide my password or not. Enter password. Bunny is hopping around. I heard rustling. I was like, what's happening? Yeah, my Wi-Fi is Wickford Castle. Couldn't connect to network. Sure, let's retry with the password. Let me make sure that I type it in correctly. Pull up my password so that I can see it correctly.
Yep.
Connection successful. All right. Go back, and then we tell this to stop it. Close software. Close. All right, everybody, are we ready to potentially get an update? It did not ask us to update. That was very anticlimactic. Here, let me go back. Close software. Close. All right. Options. Software update via the internet. A system update is required to download this data. All right. Well, that seems like a future problem. I'll save that for a different stream. Maybe next week. Maybe next Saturday I'll do that. Because I don't feel like messing with it right now. I like the little moss ball in the corner of the loading page, and it changes for the seasons. Alright, my pockets are full. What do I need to put away? What can I put away? My faces are me thinking through, because I know in the update you're allowed to keep flowers and shrubs in your inventory. And now that I know that it's an update away, I'm like, should I keep the shrubs then? But I've already gotten rid of 98% of my shrubs. Why would I just save 3? So I think I'm just going to get rid of them. What should I do here? Because I want to do... I want to turn this into like a little garden area, but I also kind of just want to destroy stuff first. Like get it all cleared out, what I want to clear out.
No. Yay.
Also, it is 9:15. I'm kind of running out of steam, so I'll probably wrap it up here at 9:30. But I like to have a little bit of warning before time is up. So it's just my 15-minute call. So I'll be wrapping up soon. Does anybody have any exciting Sunday plans? Or did anybody do anything exciting today?
No. No. Dang it. Dang it.
Haha. I was a fast boy.
Too speedy.
Today you made... Ooh, you made fried chicken? How'd it turn out? I looked away. I asked a question and then I looked away and I didn't pay attention to anybody. Let me scroll up. Gonna be trying your hand at more cupcake decorating tomorrow. That sounds fun. Anything fancy or just for like, is it for an event, I guess is what I'm asking, or is it just for funsies? Selling your house right now? Oof. So you have another showing tomorrow afternoon? Ugh, I remember those days. I had many of those as a kid when we would sell our house. And you have to keep everything so nice and tidy and clean. And like you don't live there. And I did not like that as a kid. That's no fun. Church and the Super... Oh, yeah, the Super Bowl is tomorrow. I forgot about that. More than enough excitement for you. Fair enough. If I had remembered it was the Super Bowl. Like, did anybody do anything for the Super Bowl? Fun because you've been recruited to do... Ooh, baby shower cupcakes. Are you going to make them look like babies that you cut open? And I don't mean, like, pre-cut open babies. I mean, like, are they going to look like babies? And then you bite into them. That sounded a lot worse than I meant it. But you know who I am. I've been in cleaning hell for a couple of months now. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be over soon. Would love to. Don't think they should appreciate it. You just make them look like babies, and the fact that they get bit open will just... Oh no, you didn't think about it. Oops. Sorry, I brought weirdly morbid babies to your shower. Alright, what else do I destroy? I want to keep my bamboo. I want to keep my thingies. I want to... do I want to stump there? I'll figure that out later. I can make a stump later if I want a stump later. I'll figure out the path later. I will get rid of this. They want a mushroom theme, so you're going to try and make them look somewhat like it. Okay. That seems very doable. There are mushroom cake there are cupcake toppers? I feel like I haven't heard of that before. Good luck with that. Keeping the fried chicken away from the cats. Yeah, at some point I had a whole like Zen bamboo garden thing going on for the rock garden, which I do still like, and I might recreate a version of it, but the rocks as they spontaneously formed did not necessarily form in like the best layout for an actual garden situation, especially if I wanted to always have a corner where you could stand and break the rocks without bouncing back, and that just ended up being kind of a crazy situation that I didn't really love the look of. It just felt too crowded and a really weird layout, and I want to be able to put the rocks and the bamboo garden situation in a much better spot. So I'll probably be doing the thing where you spawn the rocks where you want them to go, but it's tedious. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But maybe one day. Maybe that's a stream of just covering my entire island with things so that rocks spawn where I want them to. I did see one person's video on like the best method to do that, and I didn't know that they had to have like clearance. So you only have to place something every like 9 tile, well, every 3 tiles, I guess. You don't have to place things on every single tile, which is good. At least you don't have to do that. And then it's a chore to set it up, because they set out mannequins with custom designs. I think every 3 tiles, like three blank ones, and then I guess 2 blank ones, then the rock, or 2 blank ones, then the like rock filler where it can't spawn a rock. Anyway, every 3 tiles, they set out mannequins with a custom design. So setting it up takes a while, but then taking it down, all you do is change the custom design. Apparently that just picks up all the mannequins. So the cleanup is easy, but the layout is not. But if you want rocks where you want rocks, I guess that's the method. This would be a really great place to just be able to click and drag and make the whole area be grass. This is why when I had the idea for stream, I'm like, perfect, I'll have people to talk to while I'm just doing the very tedious chore of resetting my island without actually resetting my island. Meringue, don't bring your thoughts over here. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Yeah, that's right. Walk the other way. Their thought bubbles are never good, because it's either villagers asking to leave or villagers being like, hey, I got in a fight with somebody else. Can you go apologize for me? You're like, no, I don't want to. You got yourself into this mess. At some point, I will be done with this sand. Will we be done before the 9:30 cutoff? Or will we go overtime? Not my problem, Meringue. It's not my problem. Meringue's really determined to make it our problem. And I'm really determined to not make it our problem. We moved to a deserted island for a reason, Meringue. And it wasn't for the neighbors. We're almost there. We're so close. Is this one of those, is Animal Crossing one of the soundtracks that, like, kind of slightly changes every time you hear it? Or is it just a loop every time? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Because I think the original Super Mario Brothers has that, like, it has different tracks of every instrument to play, and it kind of, I don't know how to explain it well, but it plays it different every time, basically. And I know Untitled Goose Game also does that. You get a different performance of the music depending on what you're doing in the game. And they recently released, this is why it came to mind, they recently released a vinyl that I didn't know you could do, a double press vinyl. So there's 2 tracks that the needle could potentially choose from, and every time you listen to the record, it's a little bit different, and I think that's pretty cool. Also, we did it. I guess we missed a piece. Hang on. I was gonna leave it and then it was bugging me. We did it! Yay! Okay. Well, with that, I shall save and end. I shall wrap things up. And then I shall bring this over to here. Save complete. See you later. Alright. I have had a whole bunch of fun hanging out with you guys. I know that about half of you have gone to bed, and that is okay. But to anyone who is still here, or to anybody who for any reason watches this back later, thank you so much for being here. It is very, very... It's lovely and it's touching that I am part of a community that I can celebrate coming back to. And for anyone who doesn't follow me over on Instagram, go follow me over there. It's where I announce anything that I'm doing and that I'm up to. And it is where I'm doing the Besties We're Back event. And it is a sale on my Etsy shop. Everything is 20% off. And it is to celebrate the fact that I have returned to being able to run my Etsy shop and be online and be here on Twitch and be able to be a part in the community and participate with you guys. And you guys are the reason for that. And it is to celebrate you guys. And if you are not able to shop for any reason, whether that is you don't have the budget or you just don't want to, that is completely fine. But I didn't want to lock anybody out of being celebrated. And so that is why I'm going to be doing giveaways over on Instagram. Next Saturday, I'm hoping to stream again. I might stream sometime during the week. I don't know, but I will announce it over on Instagram. And yeah, any updates are going to be over on Instagram. But a great big thank you to you guys. You guys are the reason I'm here, and I want to celebrate you guys and be able to make that accessible. So thank you again for joining me, and I hope you all have a very lovely night. Is anybody streaming that we want to read into, or do we just close? I should have started with that so you guys had time to answer. But if you guys want me to rate anybody, I will. Otherwise, I'm just going to shut it down. MLMs is streaming? Okay.
Let me find it. The raid channel. How do I find it? Search. LMs. There we go.
Okay. I shall hit start raid. 8 seconds. Okay, bye everybody. Lots of love. Thank you for being here. Bye. Okay, and now reading in 1 minute and 17 seconds. Why did it change? We had sudden doom and then it changed. I'm gonna turn this off and not awkwardly wait together. Or do we awkwardly wait together? Do we just lean into it? 53 seconds. We can hang in there. Beautiful. It's beautiful to just be able to sit in silence with friends. how you know they're true friends, is you can just sit together. I could even show my bunny again, and yet 8 seconds. We're back to 8 seconds, everybody. All right, bye.